L Frank Baum was a man who had, many different jobs. He was a writer, an actor, and even a chicken farmer at one point. He just loved telling stories to his children and their friends, stories that were full of magic and adventure. One day he decided to write down one of his special tales. Baum wanted to create a new kind of fairy tale. The old fairy tales from Europe were often dark and scary, but he wanted to make a story that was full of wonder and joy, without all the frightening parts. He imagined a place that was bright and colourful, a true American wonderland. This idea would soon become, honestly, one of the most beloved stories ever written. In the year 1900, Baum published his book. He called it The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. The story was about a young girl from Kansas named Dorothy. A big cyclone carries her and her little dog Toto to the magical land of Oz. There she meets a scarecrow who needs a brain, a tin woodman who wants a heart, and a cowardly lion who desires courage. Together they travel to the Emerald City to ask the great wizard for help. Baum worked with an illustrator named W. Denslow. Denslow's pictures were just as important as the words. They were bright, bold, and brought the magical world to life for everyone who opened the book. The book was, right away, an instant success. Children everywhere just loved the story of Dorothy and her friends. It was different from other books at the time. It was a story about friendship and self-discovery. It showed that the things we think we are missing are often inside us all along. Parents liked the story because it had good lessons but was not preachy or scary. The book sold out very quickly. Baum received many letters from children asking for more stories about Oz. The success was so great that he knew he had created something truly special that people wanted to read again and again. Because the first book was so popular, Baum wrote 13 more Oz books. He continued the adventures of Dorothy and introduced many new and exciting characters. The world of Oz grew larger with each new story. There were new countries to explore and new challenges for the heroes to face. The books created a detailed and fantastic world that readers could escape into. Baum became known as the Royal Historian of Oz. He had successfully created an American fairy tale that would stand the test of time, capturing the imaginations of generations of readers and setting the stage for an even bigger phenomenon. The popularity of The Wonderful Wizard of Oz did not stay only in the pages of the book. Very soon after it was published, people wanted to see the story come to life. In 1902, a big musical stage play was created. This version was quite different from the book. It was more of a comedy for adults. Dorothy's little dog Toto was replaced by a cow named Imogene. The play added new characters, like a waitress and a streetcar motorman. The main focus was on the Scarecrow and the Tin Woodman, who were played by two famous comedians. The show was a huge hit and travelled all across the country for many years. This early success showed that the world of Oz could be adapted into different forms. After the stage play, several silent films were made. Baum himself was involved in some of these projects. He started his own film company in 1914 called the Oz Film Manufacturing Company. He wanted to make movies for children that were based on his books. He made a few films, including The Patchwork Girl of Oz and His Majesty, the Scarecrow of Oz. Unfortunately, these movies were not very successful at the time. People were not used to seeing fantasy films, and the company eventually closed down. Even though Baum's film company failed, the idea of an Oz movie did not go away. The stories were still very popular. In 1925, another silent film was made. This version also changed the story a lot. It focused on the Scarecrow, who was revealed to be the true heir to the throne of Oz. Dorothy was a princess who had been sent to Kansas for her safety. The film starred a popular comedian named Larry Semon as the Scarecrow. Like the stage play, it was more of a comedy than a faithful adaptation of the book. This film also did not do well, and for a while it seemed that a successful Oz movie might never be made. Despite these early struggles on screen, the magic of Oz never faded from the public's mind. The books continued to sell and the characters were beloved by millions. The story was rich with visual possibilities that just needed the right technology to be fully realized. The dream of a grand, colourful Oz movie was waiting for the perfect moment in Hollywood history. That moment would come more than a decade later, when the studio Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, known as MGM, decided to take on the challenge. They saw the potential for a spectacular film that could use new technology to finally bring Baum's vision to the big screen. In the late 1930s, the movie studio MGM decided to make a big-budget film of The Wizard of Oz. This was a huge project. The studio wanted to create a fantasy world unlike anything seen before. They decided to use a new and exciting technology called Technicolor. This process allowed them to film in beautiful, bright colors. The plan was to start the movie in black and white to show Dorothy's ordinary life in Kansas. Then, when she opens the door to Munchkinland, the screen would explode with color. This change from black and white to color was a magical moment for audiences and became one of the most famous scenes in movie history. Finding the right actors was very important. The studio chose a young actress named Judy Garland to play Dorothy. She was a talented singer and actress who perfectly captured the character's innocence and strength. Ray Bolger was cast as the flexible Scarecrow, Jack Haley played the gentle Tin Woodman, and Burt Lahr was the lovable Cowardly Lion. Margaret Hamilton played the scary Wicked Witch of the West, creating a villain that would terrify and fascinate audiences for decades. Frank Morgan played 5 different roles, including the mysterious Wizard of Oz himself. This talented cast brought the characters to life in a way that felt real and heartfelt. The music was another key part of the film's success. Harold Arlen and E.Y. Harburg wrote a collection of unforgettable songs. Over the Rainbow became Judy Garland's signature song and won an Academy Award. Other songs like We're Off to See the Wizard and Ding Dong, The Witch is Dead became instant classics. The music helped to tell the story and express the characters' feelings. The special effects were also groundbreaking for their time. The filmmakers used clever tricks to create the cyclone, the floating bubble of Glinda the Good Witch, and the melting of the Wicked Witch. It was a massive and difficult production. When The Wizard of Oz was released in 1939, it was a critical success. Critics praised its creativity, music and performances. However, it was very expensive to make, so it did not make a lot of money at first. Its true popularity grew over time. The movie was shown on television for the first time in 1956. This broadcast introduced the film to a whole new generation. It became an annual television event, a tradition for families across America. Watching The Wizard of Oz became a special experience that people looked forward to every single year, cementing its place as a beloved classic. The 1939 film has become more famous than the original book for many people. Its images and songs are known all over the world. Phrases like, "There's no place like home," and "I've a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore," have become part of our everyday language. The ruby slippers, which were silver in the book, are now one of the most famous movie props in history. The movie created a visual identity for Oz that is instantly recognizable to almost everyone. This version of the story has defined the land of Oz for many generations, from the look of the Emerald City to the green skin of the Wicked Witch. The story's themes are a major reason for its lasting appeal. It is a story about the importance of home and family. It is also a tale of friendship and courage. Dorothy and her friends work together to overcome their fears and help each other on their journey. The story teaches a powerful lesson. We already possess the qualities we are searching for. The Scarecrow already has ideas, the Tin Woodman has feelings, and the Lion is brave when he needs to be. This message of self-reliance and inner strength is timeless. It connects with people of all ages, no matter when or where they are watching it. The influence of The Wizard of Oz can be seen everywhere in popular culture. It has inspired, honestly, countless other movies, television shows, books and plays. The Broadway musical Wicked tells the story from the witch's point of view and became a massive global hit. There have been other film adaptations like The Wiz, which reimagined the story with an all-black cast. Artists and musicians have referenced the film in their work for decades. The characters and the world of Oz continue to inspire creativity and new interpretations, showing the story's incredible flexibility and power to be retold in new ways. Today, More than 80 years after the film was made, The Wizard of Oz is still a beloved classic. It continues to be a story that brings families together. It is a tale of wonder, a reminder that adventure can be found in unexpected places. But the greatest comfort is found at home. The journey down the yellow brick road is a journey we can all relate to, a search for our place in the world. L Frank Baum wanted to create a modern American fairy tale, and through his book and the iconic 1939 film, he created something that has become a timeless treasure for the entire world.